You don't see it coming. One day, you wake up and realize you're not living the life you planned. You're living the life someone else now depends on. Hi, I'm 𝗘𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. My wife Sonia was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in January 2020 at the age of 65. I've seen too many caregivers suffer physically, emotionally, and mentally, oftentimes more than the loved ones they care for. I was determined not to let this disease take me down, and I found a way to cope. Now I help other caregivers do the same. When I became a caregiver for Sonia, I thought I understood what love, patience, and strength meant. I thought I knew who I was. But caregiving has a way of taking every belief you've ever had and testing it hard. And through all the stress, guilt, exhaustion, and heartbreak, I learned something that changed everything. Today, I want to share the most important thing caregiving taught me because I believe it could change everything for you too. When Sonia was first diagnosed, I thought caregiving was about logistics, doctor appointments, medications, meal plans, safety checklists. I thought my role was to manage her care. What I didn't realize was that caregiving is less about managing someone else and more about managing yourself. It's the sleepless nights, replaying the same worry in your head. It's the guilt when you lose your patience. It's the resentment you don't want to admit you feel. And it's that heavy, constant thought, I can't keep doing this. I know you felt it. Every caregiver does, whether they say it out loud or not. The breaking point. There was a moment, I remember it clearly, when I felt like I was drowning. Sonia had one of her rougher days and nothing I tried worked. I was frustrated, angry, and ashamed for feeling both at the same time. That night, after I finally got her settled, I sat in the dark and it hit me. This was my life now. And for a brief moment, I hated it. I hated the disease, I hated the responsibility, and worst of all, I hated myself for feeling that way. But here's the thing about caregiving. It forces you to confront the truth about who you are and what you believe. The turning point. The lesson came slowly, like a whisper I didn't want to hear. Rick, it's not Sonia's illness causing your suffering. It's your thoughts about it. That stopped me. Because in that moment, I realized something powerful. I couldn't always control what was happening around me, but I could control how I chose to think about it. The resentment, the anger, the guilt. They weren't automatic reactions. They were choices I didn't even know I was making. And when I started to see my thoughts for what they were, everything began to shift. And now here's the most important lesson. Caregiving taught me that peace is an inside job. It doesn't come from your loved one's behavior. It doesn't come from having the perfect care plan. And it definitely doesn't come from waiting for the storm to pass. Peace comes when you decide to stop fighting reality and start working with it. I stopped blaming Sonia. I stopped blaming myself. And slowly, I stopped blaming the situation. That's when I created what I now call my Caregiver Mastery System, a framework that helped me reset my thinking, manage my emotions, and finally feel like I could breathe again. If you're carrying resentment, guilt, or exhaustion right now, I want you to hear me. You are not broken. You are not failing. And you are not alone. You can't always change what's happening in your loved one's life, but you can change how you show up in it. And when you learn how to manage your thoughts, something incredible happens. The guilt starts to lift. The anger softens. And you find moments of peace, even in the chaos. That's what caregiving taught me. That's what I want for you. If anything in this video resonated with you, here's what I'd love for you to do. First, share your biggest caregiving lesson in the comments. Your story could be the one thing another caregiver needs to hear today. Because caregiving will change you, the question is, will it break you or will it teach you to rise? I've made my choice. Now it's your turn. If you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or like you're losing yourself in caregiving, you're not alone. That's exactly why I created the Caregiver Mastery System, a step-by-step emotional roadmap to help you manage stress, anger, and burnout so you can care for your loved one without sacrificing yourself in the process. Inside, you'll discover how to say yes to yourself without guilt, reduce overwhelm, and reclaim peace, even in the hardest moments. I call this Heaven Island, a place of peace, clarity, and deep acceptance, where you can show up for the one you love without losing who you are. And just so you know, this isn't some time-consuming program. I didn't create it to add more to your plate. I built it to take the weight off your shoulders. The lessons are short, practical, and easy to follow. And if you apply what I teach, even for just a few minutes a day, I guarantee you'll start to feel a real difference in 2 to 3 weeks. Click the link below or visit caregivermasterysystem.com to get started today. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. I post new caregiver support videos every Monday and Thursday. And if this message spoke to you, use the hashtag Caregiver Mastery so others can find the support they need too. You're not alone. Let's get through this together.